Greetings. Welcome to EDTV News Channel, the People's Channel. In this report, we'll talk about Delroy Chuck, who them say is a minister of justice. Now, people, Delroy Chuck is not the minister of justice. He is the minister of injustice. Stay tuned for the full report. Blessings to all subscribers and viewers. If you're here for the first time, you can support the channel by like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. Shout out to the Jamaica Observer for this article. The headline reads, "Not their business." And I'm going to talk about the Integrity Commission. Now, people, under the leadership of Andrew Holness, the Prime Minister, they create the Integrity Commission for wipe out corruption. And I remember Andrew Holness said boldly that both the PNP and the JLP should leave the Integrity Commission to do their job. You know what I'm saying? When I read this article, people, all me could have said, wow, fully done. So we'll get into it and break it down. Not their business. Delroy Chuck says he advised MPs to refuse divulging spouses, children's salaries to Integrity Commission. You hear that, people? And this coming from the Minister of Injustice. Because as I said before, he is not the Minister of Justice. And he's not a part of the solution for fight against corruption. You know what I'm saying, people? He's a part of the corruption. For a man who is a minister of justice to come out boldly and make a statement like this, it's serious, people. It's very, very serious. Trust me. So we'll get into it and break it down. Injustice Minister Delroy Chuck says he has advised members of Parliament, MPs, not to divulge the salaries of their spouses or children to the Integrity Commission, ICA, during the course of its investigation. When I hear that, he also wants limits to be placed on the Integrity Commission in terms of what it can and cannot investigate. I tell you, people, say Delroy Chuck is not a part of the solution for fight against corruption in Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? He is a part of the corruption. Because at this he must say right or so. You know what I'm saying? Now, the sole reason why they create the Integrity Commission, the IC, is to find the corruptions and root it out. You know what I'm saying? And Delroy Chuck now want to put a strong hold on the Integrity Commission, what they can and cannot investigate. You know what I'm saying? People, this is the easiest way for them hide their money. Put it in them spouses' bank account and them kids' bank account. That's one of the easiest ways. So the Integrity Commission have a right to investigate the salaries of these MPs and their kids. You know what I'm saying? I could have called some name in the people, but I'm not going to call it in this report. You know what I'm saying? Now, we'll get into it further. Chuck made the admission on Tuesday during a brief meeting of Parliament's Integrity Commission Oversight Committee. He regards such information as the personal business of spouses or children. According to Chuck, some MPs, listen carefully, people. According to Chuck, the Minister of Injustice, some MPs have asked him if it is right for the IC to be requesting information regarding salaries of their spouse and children. No, people. Why would an MP come to Delroy, Chuck, who them say is a Minister of Justice, to ask a stupid question like that when them have nothing to hide? You know what I'm saying? Because if the IC a report or a investigate a MP, right, and he or she have nothing to hide, I say, okay, go check out my wife's salaries. You know what I'm saying? Go check out my kids' salaries too. Because they have nothing to hide. You know what I'm saying? Your sheet clean. So why would they have to go to the Minister of Injustice, Delroy Chuck, for to ask a stupid question like that? Corruption is dear, people. We'll continue. Why is the Integrity Commission asking members to indicate the salaries of their spouses or sometimes of their own children? I don't know if this is something that is appropriate, because I have advised the relevant members, let them know your spouse is not prepared to divulge their salary. He said, adding that by doing so, the MPs are not able to share the information. So I'm telling the people, under the Jamaica Labour Party, with the leader, Andrew Holness, create the Integrity Commission for wipe out corruption. And now, the Minister of Injustice, Delroy Chuck, want to put a strong hold on the Integrity Commission, what they can investigate and what they cannot investigate. So they want to take the power back from them people. As simple as that. These are the things that when we get back to the legislation, we have to make it very clear what limits can be put in terms of investigation. The Minister of Injustice, Delroy Chuck, added. The legislation which is under review speak to the issue Chuck finds offensive. You hear that? Section 41 of the Integrity Commission Act states, a statutory declaration shall include such particulars as are known to the declarant of the income, assets, and liabilities of the spouse and children where applicable of the declarant. That state clear, people. You know what I'm saying? But people, I know the reason why the Minister of Injustice come out with this. We're not going to call the name. In our next report, our next video, we'll call some name, people. The reason why him come out and I said this. Right now, you know what I'm saying? I want to put a strong hold on the Integrity Commission, what they can and what they cannot investigate when it clearly states a statutory declaration shall include such particulars as are known to the declarant of the income, assets, liabilities, and of spouses and children where applicable of the declarant. You see me? They want go back now, go change that to protect them one another in a corruption with taxpayer money. You know what I'm saying, people? The Justice Minister said he was well aware that the IC, during the course of an investigation, asked for information from banks, companies, the registrar of titles, among other entities. I know that because they brought up companies that my name was on, which were formed 30 years ago. So what? Which I totally forget about. You hear that, people? But they found it in the register of companies. He said, adding that the companies which are closed never operated. Listen carefully, people. We need to find out just how far the Integrity Commission goes in terms of investigating the Minister of Injustice, Delroy Chuck, said. Meanwhile, Chuck again took issue with the fact that nearly 2 years on, the IC is yet to indicate which 6 parliamentarians were under probe for illicit enrichment. That number rose to 8 when 2 more were mentioned last year in the IC's annual report. The IC has confirmed only 1 illicit enrichment probe to date in relation to the Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Holness. That matter is now before the court after Holness challenged the investigation report into his finances. The IC made mention of its illicit enrichment probes in consecutive annual reports, a decision Chuck finds troubling. So, people, whenever the Integrity Commission is digging deep, Chuck have problem with it. Because him know say them all come up with some wrongdoing. First of all, I don't think that it was appropriate to put that in the annual report. And you hear that, people? They want it becomes secret and silent. You investigate and then report. Don't report that you are investigating. That is why Section 53 is there in the Integrity Commission Act, the Ministry of Injustice, Delroy Chuck said. Section 53 of the Act is commonly referred to as the gag clause, which prohibits the IC from commenting on its investigation before the findings are tabled in Parliament. People, them don't want, when the Integrity Commission come up with them finding, a table in Parliament. You know what I'm saying? Them don't want that. Them want it to be silent and secretive. You know what I'm saying? And this is coming from the Minister of Justice. Can you imagine that, people? I don't think it is fair for parliamentarians that it should be there hanging out whether the investigation is still continuing, whether one or two have been exonerated, or whether all 8 are still being investigated. Since you have reported it, let us know, the Minister of Injustice, Delroy Chuck, said. He insisted that it is unfair to parliamentarians who are under a cloud of suspicion. As such, the IC should quickly indicate what is happening with the so-called illicit aid. Now, people, if a parliamentarian have nothing to worry about, them shouldn't be under no cloud of suspicion. Because if you ask all of them say they are not involved in any wrongdoing. You see what I'm saying, people? You must continue. I will repeat again and again. We want the Integrity Commission to succeed. How? When you have put a strong hold upon the Integrity Commission, how are they going to do their job and succeed? We want corruption to be removed from every layer in this country, but I am a little concerned. He contradict himself immediately. But I am a little concerned that we are not getting reports that reduce the perception of corruption. We are getting reports that seem to highlight and expand and increase the perception of corruption when, in all sincerity, one doesn't see it there, the Justice Minister said. Committee member Julian Robinson is responding to Chug, said, I don't think we can categorize it as unfair when the Integrity Commission is simply reporting on its work. You know what I'm saying, people? The Integrity Commission is there to carry out their duty and do their job. You know what I'm saying? And whenever time them come up with something that doesn't seem right, they have to report on it. If it look like a duck, it walk like a duck, and it cluck like a duck, it is a duck, people. So if you see the Minister of Injustice, Delroy Chuck, come out with this nonsense, people, I have to shake my head. So, the question is, what is the purpose of the Integrity Commission? You know what I'm saying? Because every time them come up, people with wrongdoing, you know what I'm saying, them get offended and very defensive. You know what I'm saying? If all of them, members of parliament, you know what I'm saying, the MPs, are doing them job and not a part of the corruption, you know what I'm saying, and using taxpayer money to do all kind of things and better off themselves and them family, they would have nothing to worry about. You know what I'm saying? Let the Integrity Commission do their job. Prime Minister Andrew Holness come out boldly and tell PNP and GLP members, say, leave the Integrity Commission to do their job. But now, when them do them job and them show them up, them have problem with them. You know what I'm saying, people? I have to shake my head, people. Minister of Justice, Delroy Chuck, is come out, people, with a nonsense like this to the people of Jamaica. Now, people, when I read this article and I look under the comments, people, when I can go over the Jamaica Observer and go look at it, about 20 to 22 comments on it. And all of the comments, people, is against the statement that the Minister of Justice come out with, Delroy Chuck. Not one of the statement, people, in favor of Delroy truck. You know what I'm saying? Because people, this is the only way you can uncover corruption. Because we know them do it, people. You know what I'm saying? Them put them enrichment in them spouse's name and them kids' name. Business. You know what I'm saying? Hide off money offshore. All kind of things. You know what I'm saying? We see it, people. You know what I'm saying? I could have called a few names. But I'm not going to call the names now, people. In the next report or the next video, we'll call some names. Trust me. Please leave in the comment section and tell me what you think. One aim, one God, one destiny. Walk good, talk good, live good, blessings.